I bought a dead body for $100,000. I lied and said it was my father, rushing it to the hospital for treatment. I begged the doctors to save my father and promised I'd pay whatever it took. Without even examining the patient, they pushed the body straight into the operating room. When they realized it was a corpse, they still insisted on doing the surgery. They knew desperate families would spend everything to save a loved one, and that made this the perfect chance for the hospital to bleed me dry. In an instant, a group of doctors pretended to panic, rushing in and out of the OR like they were fighting to save a life. Then the head doctor handed me a list of medications, saying my father's condition was critical, and I had to buy those special drugs from the pharmacy next door. I followed the list and bought 2 huge bags of medicine. It cost me half a year's income. When I handed the medicine to the nurse, I kept asking what the drugs were for. She coldly replied that things were complicated. Right then, she took the medicine back to the pharmacy and scolded the pharmacist, saying they should have sold me even more expensive ones. Just as I finished buying everything they asked for, another doctor came out demanding an extra $500,000 for the surgery. I told him we'd already paid the surgical fee when we arrived, but he said my father's condition was too severe, and they needed to hire a famous specialist immediately. So I paid again. A man with a stern face walked into the operating room. We waited outside anxiously, but inside it was eerily quiet. All the staff were sitting around chatting. Every 30 minutes a doctor would come out, each one acting like a seasoned performer. After several rounds of urgent fee requests, one of them finally came out with a serious look. They told me they were sorry my father didn't make it. I begged them to try again, but the doctor said no effort in the world could bring the dead back to life. That's when I suddenly calmed down and mocked them, saying they specialized in treating the dead. Then I pulled out the death certificate, telling them the patient wasn't my father at all. He was a body I'd bought from the crematorium, dead for 3 days already. I demanded to know what they had been doing in that potter for 8 hours. Was the whole point that as long as my bank account had money, the dead could always be given false hope of being saved?